Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick comment about the amount of fat that you should be eating for the keto diet. There's a lot of macronutrient calculators out there, so you put in your height, your weight, your age, your activity level, and it'll give you how much carbohydrates, how much protein, and how much fat that you have to eat. And they'll usually do like, do you want weight loss, maintenance, or weight gain? So within the actual calculation, technically you should be trying to target whatever grams of fat and carbs and protein. I wouldn't take it like the Bible kind of thing. It gives you a rough ballpark estimate of how much macros you should be eating. I would use those calculators as the maximum limit that you should be attaining, okay? So what I mean by that is I would trust, if you're doing keto properly, then your appetite should be under control. You shouldn't be craving. You should be able to trust when you're hungry and eat. And you should be able to also know when you're full, because you're eating proteins and because you're eating a lot of fats. Those categories of food, the proteins and the fats, when you're eating it, actually give a chemical hormonal reaction within your body. Two of the hunger hormones, leptin and ghrelin. The food stimulates the secretions of that. So it tells you, hey, that was great, nice steak, I'm full. That's why you can't have a delicious filet mignon or T-bone steak. Enjoy it, but by the end of it, you don't want a second steak. Same thing, for fatty foods and stuff like that. You like Italian sausage? Great. How many freaking Italian sausages can you stuff in your pie hole? So that doesn't happen with carbs. It doesn't happen with bread. It doesn't happen with pasta. It certainly doesn't happen with any of the treats, obviously. So there's no pathway to tell your brain, stop, I've had enough ice cream. You could literally be stuffed from a meal and then look at the dessert at the restaurant and say, oh, I really want it though. And you'll stuff that down too. You'll get it in there and you'll somewhat enjoy it. So what I suggest is, to give you an idea, use the macronutrient calculators. www.ruled.me has, well, first of all, overall, it's just an amazing site. It's pretty much A to Z. You could literally go on ruled.me and just go through that website and you're all set. It tells you everything. There's even meal plans if you don't have any ideas and stuff like that. But without getting too much off track, go to ruled.me, look at the macronutrient calculator, and use that as your maximum. Trust when you're hungry and trust when you're full. Use those numbers as maximum. If you're full and you're eating 60 grams of fat and that calculator is telling you to go to 90, do not force yourself to eat more fat just to attain those. What could happen is that you could be in ketosis, you could be a fat burner, but you're supplying all of your energy needs nutritionally with the fat you're eating. So what's your body doing? There's no carbs around. You're giving it a lot of fat in your meals. So it goes, converts it to ketones, and you're running on ketones. You're in ketosis. But if you're doing that, you might have a plateau eventually in your weight. And you might still have some fat that you want to lose. And you're wondering, well, why did I lose so much weight? For months it was great, and now I've plateaued, and I'm still I still have some squish here. Why can't I lose that? Well, we all know that the last, pounds, as you get, leaner and leaner, they're harder and harder to lose. But one of the things that could be happening is you're supplying all of your energy needs through the fat that you're eating in your meal. Now, if you lowered that fat, okay, and you didn't try and attain higher levels and you're not hungry, what happens is if your body technically would need 90 grams, let's say, of fat energy for that day, and you supplied it 60, or whatever, 60, the other 30 that it needs, then it will go and tap into your fat stores. So, rough conclusion, what am I trying to nail home here is that you could be on a keto diet, you could be in ketosis, you could be in technically deep ketosis, but you might be supplying all of your energy with fat nutritionally. And then there's no need to go and tap into your fat stores. You're a fat burner, you're in ketosis, but you're just running on what you're supplying. There's no need to go get the reserves. If you notice that you're plateauing, or you're trying to eat the fat, trying to get the protein, and you're stuffed and you're forcing yourself, that's a no-no. If you're doing keto, if the carbs are out of the equation, trust when you're hungry, eat when you're hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. These 3 meals a day is cultural, okay? It's been embedded since, you were aware that you existed. So it seems weird not to eat 3 meals, like you're depriving yourself, like you're going to die of malnutrition. That's bogus. Where they're suggesting 6 meals a day, which is ridiculous because there is a constant supply of energy, and most people it's carbs. And your insulin level is always somewhat elevated. It never goes to baseline. So it's extremely hard to lose weight because while there's insulin present, you can't go into a catabolic state and start burning. So you can't go into catabolic state, you can't burn, it's about to go down, but now you have to have your snack. Now you have to have your next meal. So it becomes really hard, and the only way that you can lose weight if you're eating frequently or too frequently is that you have to calorie restrict, and then you'll lose weight. But eventually, this math equation where it's like go 500 below your metabolism. Okay, what's my we don't know where our metabolism is. We have an idea if it's slow or fast-ish, but we don't know. When you start cutting down 500, you'll lose weight, okay? Because your metabolism is used to burning that amount. But over time, do you actually think that you'll just keep on losing weight if you're negative 500? No. Your body will not allow you to become a skeleton and die. So what it does is, well, you know what? It's supplying me less 500 calories, let's say less. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to tone it down. I'm going to be more efficient, and I'm not going to do too many processes that aren't necessary because I don't have enough energy. So I'll do what's priority and stuff like that. So 50% of fat loss, before I let you go, is not about what you're eating. It's about how often you're eating. Civilizations have fasted, religious reasons, but also for health reasons. You look at the Greek philosophers and stuff. They had quotes along the line of, "When you're sick, to eat is to feed your illness." Okay, your body naturally cuts its appetite often when you're sick or ill, because when you eat, the digestion process takes a lot of energy. A lot of blood flow has to be deviated towards your intestines. Your body's it just wants to defeat this virus, this bacteria, whatever. Okay, and by fasting, first of all, you're not giving whatever illness any energy. You allow your body time to heal itself and to concentrate on that, not having to come every few hours and spend a lot of time digesting your food. I heavily encourage you to look up fasting. Wonderful stuff. Just on YouTube. Obviously, take things with a grain of salt. There's bullshit. I find watching an insane amount of information, watching videos or reading an insane amount on any topic, you start seeing the underlying commonalities. You can start to see where it's not founded, what they're saying, where it's contradictory, where it's bullshit, basically. So I think we're all smart enough to not have to be scientists to figure out what's bullshit and what's not. So that's it, guys. Keep it short.